हेलो गाइस, दिस इज मी काइवल शाह अगेन। आज हम हमारा ये कनाडा की जो सीरीज है उसको मैं आगे चालू कर रहा हूँ। और हमारे साथ कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं मिस्टर सागर। सो वेलकम मिस्टर सागर अगेन इन ऑन माय पॉडकास्ट।
Yeah, thank you very much, Kaival, for having me to your podcast. Yes,
So
it's nice meeting you. Yeah, please.
thank you for your time. And so like we are having we are enjoying the Navratri season here in Canada. So yeah, you see, like I am wearing kurta, and this is the Navratri season. Although Navratri already completed, but it is we are enjoying in weekends. So the today the weather is good. We are heading towards the fall, and we are able to see the different fall colors. What do you say, Sagar?
Yeah, absolutely right, Kaival. Winter is about to start. I'm seeing like for the last week, like weather it's now it's getting cold and definitely it is going to be a harsh winter. And I'm seeing like green trees are getting like yellowish, so it's a good weather outside and good scenery outside. Yes,
Yeah, are you enjoying the fall colors, or have you planned
yes.
to go in some park to enjoy the different fall colors?
Yeah, so far, see, sometimes I'm going by walk to my job, right? So I'm seeing like a lot of trees like getting transformed into yellowish. So yes, I'm seeing those scenery. Yeah, so it's a good sight outside. Yes.
Yes, I really admire this fall season, especially you can able to see the different colors of the nature, like green, yellow, and the red, as you say. So yeah, it is really a good time to enjoy the weather and go outside, do some trekking, in the park. So yeah, so fall is always good, always tempting to people, but after fall, winter is coming, right? So everybody is afraid about the winter, because winter is kind of harsh in nature. So what you say?
Yeah, so I hope so that by the end of November or mid-November, we are gonna start seeing snow here. And I'm not sure how this winter is gonna be, means whether it's gonna be like very harsh winter or the medium one. But see, last year, it was predicted by the weather department that winter is going to be very harsh, but it wasn't that much harsh. So let's see how this time how this winter is gonna be. But yes, we need to prepare ourselves for this winter. And yes, weather is getting cold right now. That's why I can go outside by wearing a simple hoodie or jacket. But once it is gonna start snowing, then you need to protect yourself from the cold weather. So you will need very heavy jacket. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely. And as winter is approaching, so what do you suggest to the newcomers who enter in Canada and experiencing the first winter over here? What is your suggestion there?
Yeah, first of all, I would say, see, let's say if someone new, like very new immigrant or newcomers who are coming here for the first time here in Canada and they are going to experience this winter for the first time, then I would suggest that they should be very cautious about the winter because, see, it's not like winter that we are seeing in the South Asian country like in India or Pakistan. It's a very different, it's a very harsh temperature in minus. So let's say in India, mostly let's say I'm from Gujarat. So I haven't
Yeah.
seen during winter the temperature is going like below 2 or it is going in minus. But here it is not the case. most of the time in during winter you will be seeing temperatures varying from -5 to -20. Sometimes during the peak winter, so let's say in the month of December and or January, you will also see temperatures are going below -20, and it is lasting for a few weeks, and that is very harsh. Nobody can go outside. It's a very harsh temperature. So those who are coming here for the first time, it's like a very harsh temperature, and they are gonna witness this temperature for the first time. So they need to be protected. Means they need to be very cautious. They need to
Yeah,
buy their winter clothing in a way that they can protect their body. So let's say it's not like I have seen some newcomers who are coming here. They are buying their winter clothing from India, like especially the winter jacket and other gloves and caps. And but if you compare the Indian clothing quality with
yeah,
this Canadian clothing quality, it's a way different. Here uh, means I would say the clothing from India it's of kind of inferior quality. So I would suggest those who are coming here they should be buying their winter clothing from here only, especially the winter shoes and winter jacket. I would strongly recommend you should those guys should be buying it from here only. Yes.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And apart from the the gear you said, like winter shoe and the winter jacket, what do you think is necessary? Like, because sometimes what happen, like, the wind is very high, right? So you have to protect your head, and that is very important, because if you are not protecting them, you can get very much high headache. And I have experienced those headache as well. So is there any kind of thing that you suggest?
Yes. So especially, let's say if you are about to finalize your winter jacket, means you are about to buy that winter jacket, then there are some factors that you should be considering while buying that winter jacket. So the first thing is how heavy it is going to be. So let's say we have different types of insulations, like like the synthetic insulation and some wool kind of insulation. So
Yeah.
based on that insulation, the price is gonna vary from jacket to jacket. But some accessories that you can buy, let's say it should have a hoodie, and the hoodie itself uh, it should be in a way that you are able to cover your this portion also.
Mm.
And the pockets, it should have, what do we call this, like it should have the clothing inside, means kind of wool. So let's say if it is a winter outside, you are going outside, and you can keep your hands warm inside those pockets. So there so basically, see, the good jackets are gonna range from 150 to 200. But even let's say someone who is living in, let's say, southern Ontario, where the temperatures are not very harsh, so it's okay. You can buy like winter jackets, like whose cost is from 70 to 120 or 130, and every winter jacket will have its temperature rating. So
Yeah.
those who are living in the northern side, definitely temperatures are going, like in especially in Manitoba, it is going -25, -30. So
Yeah.
in those areas, you should have a very good winter jacket which can sustain, -25, -30 degree temperature. But
Mm.
here, I would say in GT area, I would say it's okay to have a winter jacket having a rating of, let's say, -20. That should be fine. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So it is a good investment, right? Because
Mhm.
if you are
It's a
coming on,
one-time investment. Yes.
yeah, yeah, if you are coming on student visa, and if you buy a good type of winter jacket and winter shoe, so that will be very helpful in the future year as well. So it's a win-win situation there.
Yes, correct. It's a one-time investment only, because let's say whatever winter jacket or winter shoes you're gonna buy, it is not like you're gonna wear it for 1 year only. You're gonna continue for the next year also. So these gears you'll be using it only for 4 or 5 months only, and you're gonna put it in your bag again and again next year during winter. You are gonna start wearing those. So. I would suggest you should those newcomers should be buying good quality winter gears only. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's a like a very elaborative answer. And moving forward to the looking into the weather, so we are sometimes experiencing the freezing rain, right? So what do you suggest? What protective step one should take care while facing those kind of weather?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What kind of the weather you are talking about, Miss?
The freezing rain.
Freezing rain. Yeah,
Yeah,
so sometimes, yes, I'm seeing like frequent showers during winter also. But I would say if we compare the raining here, like to Indian raining, it's not that much heavy. It's like a very frequent light showers only. So still, let's say if you're wearing winter jacket, then that again that depends on what type of the winter jacket you are wearing. So let's say uh, most of the winter jackets are going to be waterproof. So let's say even during winter, let's say if it rains, then definitely it is gonna protect you from the rain also. So it is not like it is gonna go inside the winter jacket. So
yeah.
those who
But
are
the
wearing
freezing rain
waterproof.
is the kind of different type of rain. It froze the surface, and it is it made like a crystal. And it is a chance that you can fall apart on the on the freezing surface.
Yes. So again, that depends what type of the snow it is. But mostly when winter is on its peak, and I'm seeing like it is gonna be very dry ice. So that dry ice is gonna form very slippery layer on the surface of the road. So let's say if someone is walking, then there are very high chances that he
Yeah,
or she might get sleep, and it can cause some injuries. But
yeah,
again, that depends what type of the winter shoes you are wearing, where you are walking, how you are walking. Mostly, you should when you are walking, you shouldn't be taking too big steps.
yeah.
You should
That is
be
very
walking
important.
like, yes, you should be walking like, we call it like penguin style walking, like
Mm,
your footsteps should be very straight,
very
like,
small. Yeah,
yeah. So in this way, you can reduce your chances of getting sleep. And yeah, so these are the some small points. But again, most of the time, the walkway areas are getting clean just after snowing, so it should be fine. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so these are the precautions we can take during this kind of weather. Or also, like do you consider to have like several things or several wear when you are go outside?
Yes, so mostly when it is snowing outside, it's very cold outside, and if I'm going outside, then of course, let's say I won't be wearing, like tracks or anything, but it is going to be like, very thick jeans pant. So, because sometimes what happens, let's say if you are wearing any cotton trouser or pant,
Yeah,
then chances are very high that cold air will go inside just because of the material, the clothing material, it's very porous in nature. So I would suggest you guys should be wearing jeans pants, so the cold air is not going inside, and it should be very tight from the bottom side, from the ankle side. And yes, you should be having these winter shoes, and of course winter jacket with a hoodie. And let's say uh, to protect your neck area, you can also have muffler or some sort of gear. Yes,
yeah,
so that should be enough to protect yourself in harsh winter. Yes.
yeah. Also, one thing I would like to add, the gloves should be very
Yes.
very good, because it will sometimes froze your hand while you are texting, or while you operate your mobile.
Yeah. Yes. So yes. So whenever someone is buying those winter gloves, it should have that touch screen, points. Means
Yeah,
let's say those winter with those winter gloves. you should be able to touch your screen, like,
Yeah,
so you can operate your mobile phone. And yes, it should have fur inside so you can keep your hands warm in winter. And yeah, those are the points we should consider while buying those winter
yeah.
gears. Yes.
And
Mm,
other point is that, like, when I'm going outside, whether uh, any season, especially this type of weather, like, we don't predict the weather, we have to check the temperature, the wind, while we are going outside, and
mm,
we if it is raining, or if it has, like, prediction of rain, so we have to keep, the umbrella or the raincoat with us. And also I suggest, to have water with you. So those are the things that will help you, to survive in the winter.
yes, correct. Yeah, especially you won't be seeing that much frequent raining here in GTA side on the east side of the Canada, just because it's like the land is like very near to the mean sea level. Basically, what I'm trying to say, let's say if someone is living in Alberta, then
Yeah.
yes, weather is like unpredictable. So let's say in morning you guys are having raining, and let's say in afternoon or evening it will snow. So it's like unpredictable, but it won't
So
happen here in GT area. Yes,
it's a nice, line. If you can remember,
yes,
we cannot
yeah,
trust weather,
yes,
weather woman, and
yeah.
what's the other W? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah, I have heard, I have
Work,
heard two words
work,
here. Yes,
work.
yeah, yeah, we can say here. Yes,
You cannot predict these three W in North
yes,
America.
yes, correct.
So moving forward to that, so have you experienced any kind of illness or this kind of, things, like, you are not feeling well during the winter times, or sometimes, you will feel loneliness because you cannot go outside, you cannot go for a walk, or you will not experience the nature. So have you experienced those kind of thing during winter time?
Yes, so in the beginning of the winter, yes, sometimes I'm having uh light cold flu sometimes, but it's not that much bad. But those newcomers who are very prone to, let's say, some sort of health conditions, or let's say cold flu, right? So
Yeah.
there are some chances that after coming here they might be having fever, or they may have cold flu. So I would suggest it's better to have medication for that. And yes, but chances are very less that, let's say in every winter someone will get ill just because he cannot acclimatize himself or herself with the winter, right? But at the end of the day, like sooner or later, we are gonna get used to it, so it should be fine. But I'm not seeing like people are having some sort of like health issues when winter comes. Yes.
So one of my experience was, I had like uh, very harsh headache,
Yes.
during facing the first winter. And what happened, like, I was experiencing some kind of migraine, you know
Mhm.
so yeah, so during the first winter it is kind of harsh, and you have to wear all the protective gear while you are, outside, and you have to, take care of yourself, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So yeah, it's better to have, all the medications from. You can also buy all these medicines from India, or you can easily find it here. But let's say if someone is suffering from this migraine issue, or they are having headache or fever during winter, then yes, they can have a consultation with doctor, and yes, they can get themselves healed. Yes.
Yeah. So any other tips around this area, around the weather, around the winter over here? Do you think any considerable, tips?
Yeah. So I would say that depends. So let's say what type of the winter gears you guys should be buying. That depends on in which part of the Canada those means you are landing, right? So let's say someone who is landing in British Columbia, then winter is not going to be harsh. It's like a summer
Yeah,
kind of weather there, like it's like
it's mostly
more
raining, right?
raining,
Yeah,
yeah, rather than having snowing.
yeah,
So someone who is going to Manitoba side or like somewhere in the middle Canada, then yes, winter is going to be harsh. So as we are approaching from west to east side, yes, winter is going to be harsh, and like from south to north side, winter is going to be harsh. Yes, so we can say that thing. Yes.
okay,
So we
yeah,
we should be buying our clothing accordingly. Yes.
yeah. So that is it. The topic was winter and the weather in today's podcast. So thank you, Sagar, for joining us, and
Yeah.
have a wonderful
You're welcome. Yeah.
evening.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Enjoy your Navratri celebration.
Thank you so much. And if you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This is Kaival Shah Vlogs. And signing off, we will meet you in next podcast on different topics. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.